Okay, so we're gonna start the stream with one more practice of A to Z sheet. It is gonna be insert interval. So before that, let me see if the stream has started. Okay, let me just check for a second. Yeah, so basically, this problem states that we have this insert interval as an array of non-overlapping intervals. Let me tell you how we are going to solve this. First, we are going to start with trying this question for 15 minutes. And if we don't have even a zero idea for what to do, we are going to see the hint. Okay, so we are given an array of non-overlapping intervals where interval I starts and ends, and that interval is sorted in ascending order by start. So you also given an interval where new interval is this, and then insert new interval into interval so that intervals will be sorted. Oh my god, so many intervals. So it's still in ascending order and does not have any overlapping. So basically merge if necessary. And the example is that 1, 3, 6, 9, and we are merging 2, 5. So if we put 1, this becomes 1 comma 5. Okay, makes sense. This is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 16. And if you merge 4 comma 8, it will become 1, 2. Between 3 and 5, 4 will be there. And the 8 ending will go between till here. But then it takes all of these. So it becomes 3, 10, and 12, 16. Interesting. Hmm. So basically, we have a vector of int answer, which will be returning. Okay. So basically, for auto id answer, if the idea of first, that means the first interval starting is less than no. If the interval ends before the starting of the new interval, so if the interval ends before the starting of the new interval, what we are going to do is we are not going to merge it. So if id dot second, that means second interval, the interval ends before the starting. Okay, so if the interval has ended, the interval is less than new interval dot first. It is, oh, it's a vector indexing. Oh wait, even this is a vector. My bad. So if this is there, we'll just push back it normal. Else, hmm. Okay, so this gets pushed. No, this will be there. But what if this situation happens? So how do we push it? Hmm. 1 comma 5, 6 comma 9. Okay, we push this. Hmm. How do we do it? Okay. What we're going to do is we'll push them normally, but so this is gonna be a vector of answer. If the event hasn't even started, this means that the ending of the event is before even the new event starts. we'll push it normally. Else, we are gonna push in the answer, we are gonna push a vector, which is gonna be new interval ending and our interval starts. So IT 0. Let's see. I know this is gonna be wrong, but we'll see. Obviously, this is the wrong answer because the output, oh my god, the output is nothing. It is because we are gonna iterate in the loop, and in that loop, this is 1 comma 3, this is 2 comma 5. Okay, let's see in this case. Okay, this is also a null. I wonder why. This is a null answer vector, and we're iterating in. Oh, we are iterating in the answer. Very genius of me. Hmm. Okay, something. Ah, at least it is something. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I'm looking expert. Yeah. Trust me, I'm still learning. But sure. Thanks. Thanks for that. Okay. So let's see. The question is that we have to merge the intervals, right? So suppose this is 1 comma 3. This works. 1 comma 5 came. Now we are treating this second element, and this second element has the second element ends. No, we do something else. We don't do this. We don't do this. Supposed to do something else. Okay, let me think. We still have 9 minutes. Hmm. We push 1 comma 3 and we push 5. Okay. What do we do? This is the boundary condition. If the event has ended before the start, so there is no worries in that. But what if the event is not ended? What we'll do is we're gonna push answer dot push. ये भगवान बाहर इतनी ठंड है अंदर तो गर्मी I know. इसी लग 1 2 3 5 6 7 8 10 12 16. Okay. 1 2 3 8 6 8 8 8 12 8 12 12 16. Hmm. So what if they're intersecting? Hmm. Between 1 comma 3 and 6 comma 9, we have to put a value of 2 comma 5. Okay. Why do I feel so dumb today? Lol. Hmm. Interval stands before the starting. If it doesn't start, then what do we do? We'll push into the so last anti is equals to answer of size anti last element vector anti last element is the value of answer to the power n minus 1. So suppose for now hmm okay, so this is a test case debugging which we are not gonna do right now, and this is the last element the moment it, any of those arise. Hmm. It's not equal to zero, by the way. Else this is the first element, first merge. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna push this. We're gonna push id dot first and new interval. Continue. Okay. Let me think. 136926. We have 4 minutes. Oh, oh, I keep forgetting. This is not a pair, it's a vector. Okay. 1 comma 5. The moment it clashes, 1 comma 5 comes. And now the second pair, if the second pair has came after the, oh, we have a thing. Else if id dot 0 is greater than new interval, okay, now the middle logic is left. Let's see. So now this is the element which we want, right? So what we're gonna do is Okay, a vector doesn't have a pop function. Apparently we can pop, but we can't get the value of the popping. Okay, we pop the last element. Hmm. And we're gonna push into the last element. So suppose this is clashing. So the start of it and the maximum of it. So we're gonna push into the back of it. What we're gonna push? We're gonna push the last element 0 and the max of our IT1 comma last element. I hope this solves it, please, or something. Okay, we're so near the answer, and one last logic is left. Let me see. Just one logic. Just 2 more minutes. Okay, they're not gonna pop always. So if the last element, that means the element that is at the end of it, that is 1 comma 2. Okay, if the 1 comma 2 is less than our current interval, so That means score is normal. Let's just answer or push back ID interval and just oh shit, no, syntax. Ratio is interval. Not just push ID. Okay, so it has pushed 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, and we didn't expect this. So because this thing, this element is this, and the last element, what we are having, the end of it is within a new interval of 0. That means this element ends before the new interval. Can we do this? Oh, don't give me hope. Don't give me hope. Don't give me hope. Don't give me hope. Obviously, it's because if the okay, so if interval dot size is equal to 0, return new interval. We can't return new. If 0, then answer dot pushback. New interval, return answer. Okay. It is because I meant intervals. Okay, so our issue is this is it, and this is what is returning. So why is this so? Let's see. Okay, 1 comma 5. We're iterating in 1 comma 5, and this new interval. So does this interval ends before it? No. Does this interval starts after this? No. So basically it lies in the middle of it. So what you want to do is my answer is returning 1 comma 3. It is supposed to return 1 comma 5. So since this is not 0, and if this is not 0, we are going to push the max of new interval comma 1, comma ID 1. Does this solve the answer? Oh, okay. Let's see. Another wrong. Cool. Hmm. Okay. I know it is gonna be a lot. Edge case of the new interval being at the last. So INT is equals to intervals dot size. If intervals that is n minus 1 comma 1 is less than new interval starting, that means our thing happens after this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna push first intervals dot push back new interval and return intervals. I hope this makes sense and it works. Okay, close. So this is in the middle of it. So we just don't want to push IT. We want to push minimum of it comma 0 comma new interval of 0. Same goes for here. You're gonna push. No, this is, oh, I haven't used this test. Yeah, I'll wait. Ah, just work, please. Please work. Oh, one more wrong. Our issue is that our interval is not getting pushed. Cause our interval starts way before. What if something like that happens? We have to edge case of one more. Edge case of the interval being at the front. If intervals dot 0 dot 0 is greater than new interval of 1, what you want to do is intervals dot push front of new interval. Okay, so there's no push front. What do you mean there's no push front? I just said there's a push front. What do you mean? Said there's a push front. Don't. Oh my god, there was a pop front. There was a pop front. There was no push front. There was no push front. Oh my god. So I have to do something like this. Answer dot pushback. New interval. I don't like this. For auto ID of interval. Answer dot pushback. IT. Oh, please. It should have been a comment. Obviously, bro. I know it should have been a comment. What is the issue? Intervals. Okay. Hmm. Now let's see. What am I doing it wrong? Ah, I thought it was for. Hmm. The issue is that the new interval ending is new interval ending is less than the starting of this interval, right? So in the answer we're gonna push not. Let me see. There. Hee. Does it work? Chal bhai, chal ja. This is getting printed, so we are gonna push. This is working. New interval is getting pushed. So what is that issue? Bro, come on, just work. Just work. Okay, this is getting pushed. New interval got pushed. New interval is this thing. This thing got pushed. And I'm returning intervals. Very genius of me. Okay, come on, just work, just work, just work. Just one more test case. One more test case. I love this so much. Okay, so the issue is uh, my answer is not same because it's supposed to be 615 instead of 611. So 02 was working, 33 was working, 69, and there was supposed to be the push of maximum. Hmm. But now stop at 611. Why is that so? Let us do a dry run. So it got stuck in this case, and this is the last element. If n is not equal to 0, which was clearly not, we get the last element. In the last element, the the last element is supposed to be this one. the last element is greater than. That means this event ends before the start of the current event. So yeah, and the current event is ending before the new event. We'll push back that and we'll continue. No, what if, what if? We're pushing the ID, right? Why are you pushing the ID? We can push. First, we're pushing ID comma 0, comma max of ID of 1, comma new interval of 1. Please work. Or supposed to work. Don't don't fail. Oh shit, just 15 more test cases. Just 15 more. I hate this. Oh my god, so many wrong submissions. Okay. Hmm. It is 0, comma 5 and 9, comma 16. It's definitely supposed to be a minimum value, that means. So they're not taking a min somewhere. Where is it? Okay. Hmm. We're pushing. Okay, let's see. We push 0, comma 5 normally. And when we're iterating in this element, we're supposed to push the minimum. Here, we are supposed to push the minimum of the current element and new interval of 0. I think this is the wrong place. Yeah. What? Let me just push here also. So this is supposed to, huh? This is supposed to be the min of new interval. Please work, please work, please work, please work, please work. Just work, just work. I don't want to do it again. I didn't want to do it again. Oh my god. 7 more test cases. Okay, I'm so bad at coding. Okay. The issue is that the middle interval which we are trying to add. Hmm. This works. This works. What if it is not overlapping? This is a condition of it not being overlapped. Okay, how will we be getting this? How do we know if it is not overlapping? Let us do a demo check. If answer.size is equals to intervals.size, which I hope it doesn't, that means there was no overlap. So what we're going to do is, which I don't like, obviously, vector of int called final for auto it of answer or intervals, whichever you want. If it dot, I totally forget, it of 0 is greater than intervals, no, uh, new interval. That means there was no overlapping. So if it was not, we'll just push into the final. But if it was, what if this happened? So basically we'll be pushing into the final. First we'll be pushing new interval, and then we'll be pushing final dot pushback it bool character equals to true, character equals to false. let's oh wait. And those conditions will return the final, by the way. Let's see. 10 wrong submissions is crazy, but sure. Work, obviously. If I do this, a lot of test cases fail. Makes sense. Totally makes sense. Okay, how do we solve this? Hmm. No. Okay. How do we solve this question? How do we solve the last test case where they are not overlapping? What if we manually check if they're not overlapping? Hmm. What if we do a manual check of not overlapping? Bool overlapping is equals to true, and we'll be running a loop from this to basically let us run totally, and if basically in the whole intervals, if the moment the interval starts, the moment the interval starts, that is less than new interval 0 or interval is ending. No. Interval is ending. Interval will always be ending after that. That is not the case. An interval is always ending after the new interval. Overlapping is equal to false. Break. Ah, very good. So the issue is, what is the issue? Hmm. Interval 0, new interval 1, intervals 1, new interval 1. It's supposed to be indexed I. I don't think this is the right way to solve it, although this we were supposed to see out overlap, not turn it. Okay, this is the overlapping one. That means it's true. You know what? Double stop pushback. You know what? Let me see the solution. I have no idea what I'm doing in the last switch is wrong. Keep bro. Tell me to the solution. Show me the article. What is the issue? Show me the article. Why is there an article for this, but there is no article for this? Okay, there's no article for this. ChatGPT. Okay, what is the last step for non-matching intervals that I'm doing it wrong? Trying to handle the merging and the setting for the last step, you don't actually need any special processing if you structure the algorithm. So in your current loop, this. The problem is the second case. So if you encounter the first interval that starts after new interval ends, that means you've already passed the interval. So at that point, should insert a merge interval and insert a current interval. So basically, if it of 1, if it of 1, which means exactly at where, if it of 1 is greater than new interval, hmm, if it of 1 greater than new interval, else if it of 0 to new interval, wait a second, that's all? We don't push anything, is that's all? Oh my god. Don't tell me that's all. That is all the code is. Well, that will be a lot of effort out of the box. That's all. The issue is intervals are pushed back. Okay, yeah, my bad. Hmm. Thank God. I was thinking that's all. Okay, so it says that you push new interval and you make new interval as IT. Does this work? Not for every case, because something's wrong. So keep updating new interval where it changes. Else new interval equals to min of new interval comma 0. Nope, something's wrong. Nope, definitely not this. This is wrong. This is the case where it is supposed to be failing. I don't believe that AI is giving the right one. What do we do? Something is wrong. Hmm. But we assume that every interval after the merge interval should also be merged with the last in the answer. That isn't true, because suppose this is there and this is there. So we'll expect this, obviously, which we are doing. But what if this is the interval, which are not merging? So, so the bug is here. So suppose answer is pop back and we'll push back. They're merging the current with the previous answer, not with the new interval. So basically, hmm, hmm. While I listen and the intervals doesn't start, just push it. Okay, that I'm doing it. I'm merging the current interval with the previous answer, not with the new interval. Hmm. I don't think so. 3,5 works. 12, 2 just gets processed. What am I doing it wrong? Not help. I have no idea. Something is wrong.
Is every interval they must be and have to return immediately. So there is no overlapping. 5 and the example is
Yeah.
and there are like 5 intervals and a new 1 comma and then the 6 this portion. This portion is overlapping 10. So there is an overlap. So can I say that okay, this section is going to be taken as it is, starts from 5 in the last section which is 12 array. TB, no overlap in them. The brute force will be the stat.
What was that?
This is not overlapping. How do I know this? There is a 2 which like the interval ends before your 3 comma 4 doesn't overlap. Why? Because 5 comma 7, this is ending at 7 and this is starting at 6. This is might be overlapping, might be. I've identified my left section that doesn't overlap. Segment that is right, which is before the ending point. Does it overlap? Yes. So these two are overlapping. 8. So I know 2 segments, now 8, which is
Okay.
only secret. Might have an example for that as well. Let's try it out. So let's try it out. The leftmost section. Pick one starting point with overlapping. Supersize in the function values and left way of I shortest as the I less array of I overlapping. Minimum of either whatever like wherever it starts at or the colliding. This is the colliding array of I0. So I take minimal of all the starting points of the collisions. And for the ending point, what I can do is I can say new interval of 1 because this is the ending point. Max of new interval of 1 comma all sorry left. And at the end of the day, it's super simple.
Okay. No, I was doing it wrong. Totally wrong. Well, if we have got the solution, so there's nothing. And I equals 0. Well, I less than n. That feels like copying. But okay. While we run the loop and the intervals of I comma 0, that means the interval hasn't even started. Is it because it ends? No, the ending interval hasn't even started. By that time, we'll be pushing into the unseen. While I less than n and intervals of I comma basic that interval starting is less than new intervals 1. We're going to do is new intervals of 0 is equals to min of new interval of 0 comma intervals of I comma 0 new intervals of I is equals to max of new interval of 1 comma intervals of I comma 1. Hmm. Okay, that is n is not defined basically. We have not declared something called new intervals because it is new interval. Hmm. Please, what is the issue? We can't push back because we have to push intervals. This is the intervals, right? Ah, that's always a test case. There is always a test. I think that is equal to. Hmm. Well, definitely something and took too much time. Let me put it in a note. Try to merge the left half before starting and update the new interval variable with the values of the menu of thing and the second index with the max and then solve the question. A future note for me. This helps. We'll try to do it better next time. See you all. Bye bye.